What's up, guys? It's Brandon Flash. Today, you are joining me to talk about the EVDANCE 40 amp NEMA 1450 Level 2 home charger. Before we dig into the unboxing, I did want to mention I have a discount code down below in the pinned comment and in the description. We'll save you 25% over this Black Friday, Cyber Monday holiday. And you'll also get a free adapter. So definitely check it out at the link down below. So as I mentioned, this is the EVDANCE Level 2 EV charger. This has a NACS plug on it. And EVDANCE was kind enough to send this over and sponsor today's video. We're going to be doing an unboxing. I have the Model Y pulled in the garage. Excuse that it's filthy. Sorry about that. I had some leaves fall on it. And we're going to make sure it works, check it out, show you guys some of the features. This is pretty cool. It does have a screen on it. So it actually shows you real-time charging current, voltage, time charging, temperature, all that fun stuff. This can do up to 9.6 kilowatts, and you can adjust it from 10 all the way up to 40 amps, which is more than the Tesla mobile connector can do. You can delay your charging. It has some status lights, and then it will show all these different things on there. You have the adjustable functions, delayed start, LED indicator, and the little screen. And again, there's an app version as well. That's about $20 off, or sorry, $20 more. I personally don't think the app version is necessarily worth it, but up to you. I like having just a standalone charger that just works on its own, and you can adjust it on the unit itself. But if you want to be able to monitor it separately when you're not at the charger, then that's a useful function. EVDANCE is also offering a Black Friday sale, so 25% off and a free adapter. So pretty good deal, under $300. This is ETL listed to UL 2594, which is very important for safety. So let me grab the camera and we're gonna do an unboxing here. So here we have it. This did come in an outer box for shipping. I just took that off and tossed that. But this is the box that the actual unit itself is in. And you guys may recognize EVDANCE actually because I have shown their extension cables before. So here we have their NACS extension cable. So that adds some, I think that one's 20 feet if I remember correctly. But this is 25 feet. And with the two of these, I could actually reach my F-150 Lightning all the way outside in the driveway from my NEMA 1450 outlet here. So pretty handy there. Let's get this open, if I can do this one-handed. People always comment that I have a lot of skill being able to do this one-handed, but a little bit of just dumb luck, realistically. So it does come with a nice carrying case. Let's shake it out here. Don't need that box anymore. Bethany is trying to resist her laughter over here. So here we have the unit in the bag. Maybe if I can get it out one-handed here. So it is nicely wrapped up here. And then you do get a holder that I just flinged across. So this you can mount to your wall. So I could mount it right here if I wanted to hold it nice and secure. They also give you a holster for the NACS handle. So that's in here as well. That is right here. Let me get some of this protective covering off and then I'll show you guys the actual product. Well, I got all the plastic taken off. And something I noticed here that I like quite a bit is that this NACS dock, not only is it a dock, but it also is a cable holder. So you can hang this on the wall and then wrap the cable around it. But rather than having to mount this directly on the wall, it actually gives you a little plate that you mount this and then you slide the dock onto this plate. That way, you can remove it if you need to, and also it hides all the hardware, which makes it a lot cleaner look. So I like that. I've seen some that you have to kind of screw through the actual NACS holder. Not a huge fan of that. But we have a nice unit here. Took off all the plastic. All the cabling is protected. This is pretty nice and flexible. And again, this is to hold the unit itself. You've got plastic protection on the NACS handle itself here. So I'll take that off. Then you also have it on the unit itself. Peel that off. And I'm going to get this plugged in here. I'll hand over the camera. And then we'll see how long it takes to boot up. And then we'll do our first charge with it. So here we have the unit, the whole 25-foot cable coiled up. You also get these nice Velcro straps to kind of hold it together when you're not using it, so that way in the bag it stays nice and neat. This does have a NEMA 1450 permanently affixed to the unit itself, and if you wanted to, you actually could mount this to the wall just with 2 screws that you then just slide it down and it holds on there if you don't want to use the bracket, or if you want to have different places that you mount it. You also have a key for seeing the different status indicators and the specs there. You can see 16 amps minimum, 40 amps max there. The box actually says it goes down to 10 amps, so we'll see what we can set it to here in just a moment. But let's plug it in. You do have the ground pin on top, so worth noting that when you do your installation. That is pretty typical for EV charging, and I do recommend that. Reason being, and also the reason this is the standard for commercial installations, but not always for residential installations, is that if this were to be out a little bit, you have the ground pin on top. So that way, anything, if it were to fall, hits the ground pin rather than hitting a live connection. Well, actually that's neutral, and usually dead on EV charging. But besides the point, you're hitting ground, which is safer than hitting a potential current carrying conductor. So let's plug it in. This is actually the first time I'm using this NEMA 1450 that I just installed at my house. Just installed a sub panel here, as well as a whole energy management system and such. So we're already ready to go. At some point I'll do a video on my whole home installation. So ready to go, 0, 0, 0, 0, 245 volts. Let's just go through the settings here. I believe this is just a button. So you just press and hold, and then you can cycle through the different current levels. So really nice that you can set it to 24 amps. That way I could use this with an adapter on my F-150 Lightning on the bed outlet. So let's plug it in, and then we'll look at the screen again in just a moment while we charge. Has a nice little cap, so that way if you leave this outside, it's not letting stuff get into the pins and all that. This is weather rated for outdoor use. However, I would still recommend keeping stuff out of these pins if possible. Pressing the button does open the charge port door, which is a really nice touch. Not all NACS units do that. Blue light means we're communicating, and now we are charging. Let's go into the car here. We'll verify. We are ramping up, which is totally normal. And you can see the max there, 40 amps, so that is being communicated. And pretty normal for the voltage to go down a little bit as you're charging, since you are putting some load onto that circuit. And just like that, we are charging at just about 10 kilowatts. Looks like right on the verge of between 9 and 10 kilowatts, which is totally normal. We have pretty strong voltage here, 237 volts. If you had lower voltage at home, it would be potentially a little bit lower, because with AC charging, you simply take the current that you're charging at times the voltage, and then that's how you get your kilowatts. Well, divide by 1,000 to get kilowatts. You get watts just by default. Let's look at the screen here on the unit itself. So interestingly, it's showing 41 amps there. That's within margin of error, I'd say, so nothing worth noting there. We're charging at 9.92 kilowatt. We've added 0.1 kilowatt hour. We've been charging for 1 minute and 15 and going seconds, 242 volts. Normal for there to be a little bit of sag between the plug and the cable, or in the vehicle. That is 25 feet of cable, so totally expected. And just to show you guys what it looks like on the charger unit as we plug in here. So I just unplugged. You can see there, blue light. And sometimes Teslas are a little finicky. Right after you charge, they don't want to open with that button signal. So we'll plug in again, and then we're going to look at the unit itself. So there we go, green light, 0 amps currently. So that is your live current flow when you're plugged in. And there you can see we're ramping up. Pretty quick and responsive. You can also see the temperature up there in the top left. So ramps up pretty quickly, totally normal. And just like that, we are charging at full power, 9.92 kilowatt. And while we're charging here, just wanted to touch on the different levels, if you will, of charging. So level 1 is when you have a just normal wall outlet, like you can see here. This is what's called a NEMA 515. This is on a Tesla adapter. What this is using a NEMA 1450 or 240 volt plug. That's considered level 2. And then what some people will call level 3, and it's technically not actually a thing, is DC fast charging. So that's what you do out in public, and is very fast typically. Level 1, you're about 1 to 2 kilowatts. Level 2, you're 2 to 19.2 kilowatts or so, depending on your vehicle. In most cases, at max 11 kilowatts. A lot of vehicles at most about 9.6 kilowatts, like what this can do. And then for fast charging, it can be all the way from 25 kilowatts to 400 plus kilowatts. So just wanted to mention that in case you're a little bit new here to EV charging. I know I go very into the weeds on the nerdy stuff of fast charging, but it's important to clarify on the basics of home charging as well. And this will add about 30 to 40 miles of range per hour that you're plugged in. Whereas level 1 charging with the normal wall outlet will only add about 3 to 5 miles of charge per hour. If you're looking to upgrade from charging on a normal wall outlet or save money instead of using public fast charging, this EVDANCE portable level 2 charger is a good option. You can use an outlet, that way you don't have to do a hardwired installation if you don't want to. You can take it with you. It has a nice little mount for when you are at home. That way it's nice and secure, but you can still just pop it out, put it in the bag that's included, and take it with you on your road trips. Thank you to EVDANCE for sponsoring today's video and sending that over. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys on the next one.